Feels like a drop in intensity. If you're Nadal, you cannot drop your intensity or your level of aggression, can you, Patrick?
No. That's what got him into the, kept him in that 4th set.
See if, in fact, the marathon with Murray, which went 4:50, and we're almost there, 7 more minutes. It does include, as Brad mentioned, the delay for the roof. Does have an impact in this 5th set. Big factor or no factor?
Could be a factor. I mean, it's hard. He has so much adrenaline now, and obviously both these guys are proving what phenomenal athletes they are and what kind of shape they're in.
Novak has the ability, as you said, with easier power to create quicker points.
With shots like that.
He can be really dangerous even when he is fatigued. A little stretch of the hamstrings. Darren, what's your sense courtside as we begin the 5th?
Well, my sense is we're entering territory we know nothing about. This is all guesswork here. So, you know, you've got to bank the fact that Novak's done the preseason work. He's looked great so far. He looked great towards the end of the match against Murray, and Nadal exactly the same.
Oh, what a shot. Well, that's territory we haven't seen, Darren. That is ridiculous.
Ridiculous that Djokovic got that ball back and hit the line, and a tomahawk forehand.
He was going to come in and try to take it out of the air. He changed his mind, and he's hitting this as he's moving backwards.
101.
Look at Novak. He's just smiling. That ball was eye level when he made contact with it, moving backwards towards his left. Clean winner.
101.
You know, we watched those first couple of sets in New York at the U.S. Open when it was obviously Djokovic who was in charge, and said, we've never seen that kind of court coverage, that kind of movement on a tennis court from 2 players. Well, now they're both doing it, and now we're in a 5th set. Djokovic is stretching quite a bit.
Definitely walking a little bit slower in between points, but you don't really see that translate once the point's in play. He's still moving like a jackrabbit around the court.
Nadal will take no notice of what happens between the points, only
zero.
Always moving during the points. Difference in the 5th set. Not having to serve from behind all the time. Now it's Djokovic's turn to deal with that. He had such a string of easy holds in that 4th set. Never did face a break point going into the tiebreak. It was Nadal that had the mini break lead. Then Djokovic had it. And that one little forehand miss that clipped the tape seemed to turn things back around. And some of the toughest fighting you could see in a tennis court from Nadal in that tiebreak.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
Let's go back also, Chris, to that earlier point about the fact the roof is closed now, the humidity's out of the stadium, air conditioning system's on, and I know that was new balls, but certainly that ball was jumping. So let's just keep an eye and see if that's going to be a factor in these early games here in the 5th.
Should guys change their tactics as Djokovic on the far end continuing to stretch and kind of stay loose? Hit different shots if the conditions are appreciably different, Darren?
No, I don't think so. I think both guys have stuck to their winning game plans, and Novak was feeling it right. He was only 2 points away from winning this match. So, no, I don't think there's a need to. And obviously, Nadal has to continue what he was doing well in the 4th.
I was referring now to the different conditions with the roof closed. If the balls are sort of jumping up, if you're getting more benefit from hitting heavy shots.
If Nadal feels when he drops back once that he got a heavy forehand, can get it up high above Djokovic's backhand, and he can make progress, then he'll consider it. But until he sees that, he should not be changing anything.
Nadal has so much more energy now than he had late in the third set. He just willed his way into the fourth by hanging on the serve, and later we got into the set, the more, he actually started going after the ball a lot more. Has to keep that up to win this fifth.
Talk with both guys about suffering and pushing through barriers that you think are there, but you can find energy reserves. If you can kind of get your mind to not believe that the fuel tank is running low. Any endurance athlete would be able to relate to that. That's really the purpose of military training, to get people to kind of not believe it when they feel like they've got no energy left, because they do have more. And these guys have figured out a way to conquer that.
Yeah, I mean, they put the work in, and then they put the mental work in, and they can pace themselves.
Djokovic. 1 game.